Alrighty guys, maybe a little close. Let's see here. Figured I'd give some updates. Scarface is still up and available. Like I said, I don't care if I sell it or not. She's ugly, but it is a custom built stroker, and I want $1,000 for it. So let's get that set over here. I've had the 200T has been claimed. The white 372 has been claimed. I got to get that white 72 blowed off, fuel and oil drained out of it, get it boxed up, and get it shipped out. And then I got to find a box for that 200T as well. I got them two 372s out of my way. The gentleman that was interested in this said if I could sell it, go ahead and sell it. So this is the ported 460. It has aftermarket tank, if I recall. Aftermarket air filter, but it does have OEM carburetor, OEM tank vent, and OEM master controls. OEM intake boot. It's just the tank itself. I think if I recall, I put all the OEM trigger stuff in there too, because this stuff was missing out of this tank, and I think this back piece here is OEM. This was just an empty shell of a tank. And I put the metal piece there off from an OEM tank as well. The handlebar is aftermarket, and same with the chain brake lever. OEM felling dog. Does have an aftermarket side cover, but all the clutch and all that stuff's all OEM in there. The crankshaft's OEM, cylinders OEM. It's ported, runs real good. I think I want $550 for it. If this had an OEM tank and side cover, if this was all OEM, I would probably be asking probably between $650 and $700 for it, but because it does have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of aftermarket there, and this is the one I split the case on. I'm sure if you were to run these numbers, this side would come back as an 046. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what this case half was. This side's 461 or 460, but it does have new bearing seals. Has a absolutely mint perfect OEM crank in it. It has an absolutely mint ported OEM top end. I think it does have steel. Yeah, I think it does have a steel insert in for the plug threads. So that's probably the only thing that's not mint, but when those inserts work, they work, and if they don't come back out, you got more durable threads than you did from the factory. So yeah, I think $550 for this. And then I was out and about the other day and did an impulse buy. I do not know who built this. I was told it's ported. It pumps over. I'm sure it is. It's a pretty crispy little critter. I guess we'll take a look under the hood. Maybe they marked the cylinder. I don't know. Somebody's done some sort of machine work here, I'm pretty sure. Like they gave it a flat spot, probably. I don't know, maybe however they cut the base or the chamber. Maybe I'll show you guys a close-up. Maybe you guys know who did it. I don't know. I don't know. That's the first one I've seen with a snout on it. Anybody recognize that work? Muffler's been, looks like, gutted. But this was an impulse buy. I don't know, I figured I'd play with it on the channel. It'd be nice to know who built it. But the lady I bought it off from, her husband had passed away, and she wanted to sell it, and she said it was sent out to somebody. She couldn't remember who. So I bought it. You know, this time of year, some people are needing some money and stuff. So I purchased it. I thought, what the heck? I believe that's a Mark 1, because the Mark 2s say Mark 2 on them, I do believe. So anybody recognize that work? I did get it with the stock pieces and a stock air filter cover too, in case I ever wanted to convert it back. But I don't know who mills these off flat here to do the chamber work. I was hoping maybe they might have stamped something. Put their name on it somewhere, but I don't know. I thought it was a pretty cool saw. Figured he'd give me something else to play with on the channel for you guys. I don't think she was ran much. But let me know what you guys think, and who might have ported that, or if the person that did port it recognizes his work. Chime in on the comments. But yeah, I don't know. We'll do something with it. I don't remember my Mark 1 having flippy lids though. My Mark 2 did. My Mark 2 does, but I don't remember my Mark 1 having flippy lids, but I guess somebody could have put them in there. But yeah, she's pretty cool saw, good shape, so that's another toy that we can play with. But yep, like I said, this one's up for grabs. I sold the stock one, and I sold that one as well. Waiting for a check to come in, then I can get him drained of fluids, boxed up, and shipped out. Let me set you back in the. You guys are probably getting all busy. Talk about a crummy video. I think this one's 10 horse. It's a 660 clone. It's all clone. I think I'm going to put this one up for sale. It runs good. It's a bruiser. This thing, you can click the chain brake on and snap the throttle, and it'll still twirl the clutch. She's making some good power. It's got a welded chamber and it's a cut chamber, so it does thump over pretty hard. I'll entertain offers on it, as I got another 660 in the works that I'm building. So I think I'm going to send this one down the road. And I bought 2 more 372s the other day. They need work, like a lot of work. Well, one's a 365, and I think on the I'll show them to you. One's a 365, and this one's a 365, and this one I stole the bolts out of for the handle and the starter paws off. But this is an X-Torque. It rolls over. It doesn't have squat for compression. But I bought these two for a pretty decent price. I was pretty happy. On this 365, I'm going to completely tear it down and completely go through it, and I'm going to steal the OEM 365 top end off the Neotech, and I'm going to put this all together. We're going to completely rebuild it. I'm going to put that all together as an OEM 365 that's ported. That way I'll have my OEM 372 here will have a little brother. And then I'm keeping him. I think I'm going to keep him, and then I'll put the 360, depending on what the crank's like. If this crankshaft is no good in that 365, I will be splitting the case on the Neotech again and taking my OEM crank out of the Neotech. If this crank is good, I'll probably not split the case on the Neotech, but I'm most definitely going to steal my OEM cylinder off from it and build me a really nice 365 to go with that one. And then I'll probably pick up a aftermarket 372 cylinder and port it and throw it on that Neotech, and then I'll send that Neotech down the road. If I end up taking the crank out, I have a brand new Farmer Tech crank that I can throw in the Neotech that would be better than the Neotech crank that's floating around here somewhere, because the Neotech took a different wrist pin. I didn't like that. Took the same wrist pin as that El Cheapo. But yep. And then this one, because I've got the other OEM 372X Torque I bought a few weeks back. I'm thinking we'll do the bad things to this one, because she's ugly looking anyway. And I'm probably not going to keep the X-Torque. Yeah, I'm probably not going to keep the X-Torque. We'll do bad things. So it depends on how it runs. We'll do bad things to it, see what happens, and then I'll probably end up sending the X-Torque down the road. And then the money that I'll get out of this, the funds I get out of this whenever I build it and send it down the road, I will try to hunt down all the OEM parts, and I will turn my other 372 X-Torque into old school, but with all OEM parts. Yeah, did buy a brand new OEM 365 top cover for this, because this is gonna be nice. I want this to be a nice saw. And trying to think, the tank on it's missing all this stuff. I don't know. I'll have to maybe buy a gas tank for it. I don't know. I might have. Yeah, I did have one, but I gave it to Smitty, but it don't matter. I'll find another one. It's not that big a deal. 372 stuff pops up all the time. Or maybe I'll steal it off that all OEM X-Torque one. Build my 365 the way I want it. Then throw an aftermarket tank on this one and use this OEM tank on the other one. I don't know. I'm bouncing ideas around through my head, but I gotta get some boxes, and I gotta get stuff boxed up and sent out. But I just wanted to make you guys an update video. So I need to get this out in the shed. I need to get my shop picked up, but yep. So these two are done. I gotta get bars and chains on them, test cut them. Hopefully I can do that sometime tomorrow, not this weekend. So this stroker's still up. The ported 460 still up for grabs. And we got a white top 61 that I got a port coming up on the channel. I got a 4910 I got a port coming up on the channel. Got a 7900 that I got a port coming up on the channel. And a couple more 372s that I'm going to do for my builds. But I think I'm going to sell that Neotech 660. So, and then once again, if anybody knows any info on who built this saw, It runs good. I haven't put it in wood, but it runs good. So, all right, you guys have a good one.